What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk has made a statement once again, and he says, Usyk, the whole world wants me and Fury to fight. We have to make it. Okay, the WBA, the IBF, the IBO, the WBO heavyweight champion of the world is deep in camp for his upcoming mandatory defense against Daniel Dubois and Poland on August 26th. Should he win, Usyk is hoping that his next fight will be against Tyson Fury. Fury will take part, of course, in a cross-sport boxing match with Francis Ngannou. You know how everyone feels about that. But this is what Usyk had to say. He said, the whole world wants to see the fight between me and Fury. He told TNT Sports. He said, it might be facing the wrong British boxer, but this is the way. This is part of the way, and if I have this Englishman in my way now, then I have to face him. As a human being, I think Fury is a great person. I think he's a great man, a great fighter, a great family man, and as an athlete, he's brilliant as well. The only thing I can say is that there's too much words instead of actions. The whole world wants to see the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, and we have to make it. People are tired of talks. We need to do instead of talk. I treat him with respect. He said, I don't underestimate him. I treat him like I used to treat all my opponents in the past. When I get myself prepared for Anthony Joshua or for anyone else, I do some volume of work in my training, and with Daniel Dubois, there is no exception. I do exactly the same work. I train as hard as I can, as it's possible to achieve my goal in the ring. Those are the words of Oleksandr Usyk, and let me counterpunch. So, moving forward, based on what Oleksandr Usyk said, it makes you wonder, like, okay, well, I have to make this fight done. Okay, well, listen, if you want to make this fight done, you have to do exactly what Terrence Crawford did. Hey, make shit happen, okay? But Terrence Crawford did, you know, make some demands himself. Okay, so it wasn't like it was just, hey, easy pick'ems, but then someone had to lay down and allow things to happen. You know what I mean? Somebody had to put their pride aside and say, okay, all right, cool, I'll take this shit. And we all know Usyk accepted the 30. I think what the problem was, he accepted the 30-70 and he knew he wasn't going to accept any of the other bullshit. He just didn't know there was a mile of other shit he had to deal with. So the question is, people, will Oleksandr Usyk be that guy now to not only take this 30-70, because you know Tyson Fury's going to bring that shit back up and he's going to wave it in his face and he's going to die on the hill on that 30-70. You know he is. Why? Because he wants that money in case he gets his ass whooped, and he wants to be acknowledged as the ace side and the dominant side in this fight. Okay? Those are the reasons for Fury wanting to do that, because he wanted that cash, right? And the thing is, will Oleksandr Usyk take that and then much more than that? Because that's what it's going to take to get Tyson Fury in the ring. Because, see, with the last negotiations, it was like, okay, we've did everything that we possibly could do that we can justify, which a lot of people justify that to be right. My only thing is, when you have a person that is trying to get themselves out of a fight, the last thing you want to do is leave yourself. You know what I mean? It's like playing what's the game where you guys run your car into each other and then the first one moves, right? That's the loser. You know, that's the shit. It's like you can't allow anybody out. You can't allow any room for negotiating, any room for wiggling out. Excuses are going to be made, but if you agree to every fucking thing that Tyson Fury has to offer, you can get that fight. See, here's the thing. It's not a such thing as that. It's if Usyk wanted that fight to that T, okay? Because I know there's a such thing as dignity and integrity and just respect. And he felt he wasn't being respected. And I agree he wasn't. They were, you know, Tyson Fury was shitting all over him with negotiations, and come to find out he had other shit brewing anyway. He did the same thing to Deontay Wilder back in 2019 when he signed that ESPN contract instead of fighting Deontay again for 50-50. You guys do remember that, which was a good deal, okay? It was a good deal. But the thing is, he didn't tell anybody. he didn't let anybody know. So it was kind of sneaky. You know, it was kind of backstabby because he had already promised Wilder that he would. And then Wilder instead started telling Eddie Hearn and Joshua to fuck off, if you guys can remember that. So it's a lot more to it that intertwines in that situation. But see, with Tyson Fury, you can't give Tyson Fury any wiggle out room. So that means if Oleksandr Usyk is saying this fight must happen, because I know what happened, okay? Him seeing Terrence Crawford fight, get the job done, get the deal done, and get the win done with Errol Spence, he knew that motivated him. And he said, look, I got to make this shit happen, because that could have been me. I could have been #1 pound for pound if I would have fought Tyson Fury before Terrence Crawford fought Errol Spence. Now, to be fair, those guys were in negotiations a lot longer than Usyk and Tyson, but he sees that that could be the same result if them fucking guys fighting 3 or 4 years from now, which won't make any sense. So I think by now he has to understand, like, look, I got to make this fight happen. I got to tell my promoter, which is Igor Klimas. I got to tell my manager, which is Oleksandr Oleksandr Usyk, to not back out. Fuck putting your pens down. Keep your pens open. We're going to make this fight happen, and we're going to back them to the wall and make them sign that contract based on the demands that they're demanding. That's the only way this fight's going to happen. And unless Tyson Fury just bitches out altogether, and then we can run him the fuck out. We can take Mauricio Sulaiman, take his strap, take his sanctioning body, and ram it up his ass if he doesn't want to comply. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Because Tyson is going to do everything else besides fight a credible opponent at this point of his career, because he knows he can get paid by fighting nobodies, just like Floyd, Money Mayweather is doing to this day. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk stating that we must make this fight with Tyson Fury for undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the first time in the first 4-belt era. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!